His alarm has gone off and it's a new day. His fantasy, which he just had in his dream, was not going to be fulfilled right now. He had to get up and he was going to work. Yay. A young Kiri, being very professional and made sure he was on time, went down as early as he could, got his breakfast, showered, came in his room right here, put his clothes on, put his black shiny shoes on, and left the house. Kiri, checking the time, didn't want to be late. I can't be late to work, right? So Kiri ran to the tube station, got onto the tube and jumped off. There it was, ever so high, the building that he was going into. Kiri, all those years ago, one of his first jobs was hospitality. Kiri walked into the office, or the room should I say, looking smart with his tie and his black trousers, black shoes and white shirt, and was greeted by the supervisor. The supervisor looked at him up and down in approval and said, "You look smart today, you'll do well." A young little Kiri wanted to do his parents proud and thought it was the right way by society, smirked at himself knowing that he was doing the right thing. The right thing. Kiri goes upstairs to, I think, the 4th floor, is greeted by a whole group of people, and then the guy we meet there, the supervisor of that area, says the girls and gays for some reason stay upstairs and the rest of you go downstairs. Kiri thought, wasn't I going to be a waiter in hospitality? He was at home with his plate like this, trying to hold it up and practicing to be a good boy. It was his first job and he wanted to impress. Everyone else upstairs was becoming a waiter. Why was I with 1 or 2 others going downstairs? Kiri didn't know it yet. He went into the lift with another 1 or 2 boys. We went to the basement floor. We came out and there we see nobody. What? There's not even any people here. But I was practicing to be a waiter. What's going on? It's not as if they would lie to us just to get us recruited and make us do other jobs. They wouldn't do that, right? They wouldn't disrespect young, innocent children, young adults. Kiri goes there in the room with his 2 other guys, is meted by another supervisor, and he says, "Alright boys, you're here for a reason because you're obviously strong." Kiri back then was built like a twig, so don't know what he saw. Sexist, I call sexist. But he said, "We got some tables to move." Kiri looks up and sees how big the tables are. Fucking hell. He then put his hand onto the tables and felt how heavy they were. It was a 2 or 3 man job. Instead of being a waiter, I was lied to, and it was time for me to do my heavy lifting to earn 10 or 11 pounds an hour. Kiri felt a bit of resentment. He was lied to. I mean, they told me I was going to be doing this and I'm doing this, but being the good boy he is and wanting to fit into society, he didn't say anything and he just said, "Okay, I'm ready for the challenge." Kiri's back always hurted, naturally, but he was moving the tables and the tables were so big. As we moved the tables across to another room, I hear a, "Ah!" Kiri panics and turns around in franticness. One of the tables had more or less collapsed or gone over the guy's foot. He was in agony. These heavy tables has just gone over this guy's foot. The supervisor comes and he says, looks at the foot in disregard and says, "Just get on with it. You're a strong boy." I looked at the guy I've just met and he was in a lot of pain. They didn't care about us. They didn't care that he was in pain, but Kiri didn't think about that. So we got back to the tables and we were pushing the tables in another room and it was going so well. And the day ended and Kiri collected his money. 60, maybe 70 pounds. Day well spent. You know what happened the next day? Or next few days, should I say. It was part-time. Kiri came back and did the same thing. You know what happened the next day? Kiri came back and did the same thing. A month or two goes by. He meets someone else. He started to really dislike his job. He was only there for the money, which, again, as humans, we need money to survive, and I completely understand and support that. But he didn't enjoy it. He wanted to be a waiter and he wanted to talk to people. And there he was lifting heavy tables, injuring his back for just £10 an hour. A month or two went by and his back started to hurt a lot more. It was very heavy tables. It was good. He likes to work out even back then, but it was damaging his health. The people around him would talk so much rubbish, would gossip, talk about other people there. A lot of them were foreigners. He didn't connect or understand any of them. He didn't like the task he was doing. He felt he was underpaid. He didn't feel appreciated. And he didn't connect with anyone there. Again, as I said, a month or two goes by. Kiri started to dislike his job. So you know what he did? Come a bit closer. He started to break the rules. He started to just go there, waste time, and ensure he earned money. He was such a committed, he was ready to work, he was so motivated. A month or two goes by, he hated it. He hated that he was lied to. He hated that it wasn't uplifting him in any way. He hated that he couldn't learn and train his mind to something more. He went in the room, and I'll never forget this. I might even have this video. Editors asked me if I can find this for you, look, it's a big treat.
Yourself. Are you recording yourself?
Shut, lock this in, yeah?
Hiding.
Hiding from work.
Who's gonna see that? Everyone that's on your phone, they're gonna see that.
Nah, they're not. I'll save it.
But it's me and an Asian guy, short Asian guy. We went into a room and we locked the door. And we laughed and joked that we were hiding from work. We were hiding from everyone. We were just there wasting our time just so we can collect our money and leave. And yes, I understand. Maybe you're watching this and you have a full-time job, and you know, I don't criticize you and I support you and I respect you so much. But in life, the purpose of a job, we all believe, is to become rich or to gain value and money eventually, to have an easier life. Me earning £10 an hour, even though it was decent money back then, a lot of other factors were going down. My overall happiness, my overall satisfaction, my mental health, my physical health with my back, they were all being effective, and I was trading that just for a bit of money that comes and goes. That Asian guy, I don't think I ever saw him again. I'm here and I'm privileged to do this. I'm privileged of my situation, and I work as hard as you and the man next to me. I understand hard work. But I believe life is very short, and I believe if you have a hobby or a dream or something you really enjoy, yes, in the short term or whatever, you need money to survive. I get that, whatever. But eventually there has to come a point, maybe just your weekends, maybe you do like a part-time thing and you invest that into your passion that truly matters. 98% of people die without achieving their dreams, and a lot of that is their job. And it makes me so fucking sad that society suppresses, and so the people's comments suppress and do this, suppress, and they suppress it so much that they never ever get a chance to. The number one regret of dying people is I wish I lived my life for myself and not for other people. I understand money's important. I understand the situation. I understand everyone's things differently. The only thing I can push you towards is a passion. And whatever you're passionate about, the dream would be to have money as a byproduct of doing something you're passionate about. Because if you're passionate, you would do it for free, right? So we should just try to implement that dream, because money is money, and trading our time for money is trading our time for money. We don't really give a shit. I didn't care about these tables. I didn't care about that guy in that room. I didn't care about these people there because I didn't connect. I didn't care about any of it. I was just there for the money. And yes, it's important. But imagine being there for the money and something you enjoy. It's so fucking beautiful. Life is short. I know it's so difficult, and I'm not hurting on you. I don't want to offend anyone. But the time you do have free, the time you just have to try your best to slowly take one small step in the right direction of your dream, because you never know what can happen with a dream. A dream for everyone is just a thought, and these thoughts actually do become a reality in the end for so many people. It's just, it takes so long. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when I started this, I would get no views, and I still don't really get any views. Okay, 1 or 2K, whatever. And I appreciate you all. But everyone laughed at me. Everyone. And no one believed in me. And I wanted to just be authentic on camera and speak about my past and my fucked up shit. And no one gave me a chance. No one believed in me. Because I was passionate about it. And it was so different to society. YouTuber, what's that? Everyone, just get a traditional job, and I didn't want to. I'm happy that I stuck at my dream, because I'm still hardly making any money, and it's okay. But I get to do something I enjoy and I'm so passionate about. And I just want you to feel the same way, because I was back then, and you saw the snap, hopefully you've seen it, but I was back then exactly the same as you. I hated my job and I hated the situation I was in. I just took a small step in the right direction, and years went by, and things eventually, with so much hard work of course, and things eventually work itself out. If you have a dream, hold it tight and pursue it every day, because that's what's important in life. If you want to fix your life today or have access to my free self-improvement guide, all links will be down below. If you also like one-on-one coaching sessions or like to learn from my Skool share classes, all links down below.